Millennial in Debt video. It is so good to see you. So we are going to take a slight baby mini break from our stock tip Tuesday video. They'll be back next week, I promise. But I did want to give people some other information, get their bang for their buck. If you are subscribed here, you are subscribed for all types of different money information. So we're focusing on 6 more high yielding bank accounts that will give you the most bang for your dollar. In the last video that you guys are showing so much love, which I'll link right up here if you haven't seen it, you guys were asking in the comments, well, what about this bank? What about this bank? What about this bank? And since I didn't want to make that video too long, and I didn't want to make this video too long, I split up the information. So these bank accounts are also offering really competitive rates, much higher than your average Citibank, Chase, Wells Fargo are offering on their regular savings accounts. Now, there are 2 things that I want to point out to you before we get into the various banks that we will discuss. The first thing, high yield savings are variable products. So variable, take 2. All right, they are variable rate products. Now what that means is they can go up at any time or they can also go down at any time. So today, April 17th, the rates that I'm telling you now could be higher when you choose to sign up, or they also could be lower. Same thing for the last video that I posted. So that was a couple of questions I got on Instagram as to why the interest rate wasn't the same as when I talked about it. They are variable rate products. The second thing that you want to know is there is a difference between APY and interest, and oftentimes people will be confused. Well, oh, I'm only earning this amount of interest and this, that it was this APY. So annual percentage yield, really you want to think about it on a 365-day scale, because, or this year 366, I suppose. 2020. So APY is the effect on the interest and how it's compounded on a daily basis, whereas interest is based off the principal, right? So sometimes banks will have the same APY and interest rate, and sometimes banks will have a different APY and different interest rate. I know for my Barclays account, it is a 1.75 APY, and it's offering, I think, 1.5% interest, something like that, right? So if you do see varying numbers, that is the reason, is the bank is calculating them slightly different or offering 2 different rates for APY and for interest. So many people have been telling me about the American Express high yield savings account. I do not own or do not have a high yield savings account with American Express. I've actually never had an American Express account ever. American Express is currently offering a 1.60 APY for your savings accounts. What I like about them is that they have a calculator on their website where you can talk about your initial deposit and any recurring deposit that you might want to put, and then how long you want to invest that money there. And they'll tell you how much interest you will earn over the base of time based off of that 1.60. All right. They do have the 6 limit transaction per month, as most high yield savings accounts, really as most accounts do in general. And they go into great detail about what the difference is between individual and joint accounts. So they are very detailed in their information on their site, and it's so easy to kind of navigate, which I love, especially with technology being at the forefront of everyone's lives right now. You need it to be straight to the point, really easy, really user friendly. And the American Express website is definitely super easy, and they don't require too many things. Obviously, you'll need your social security, and I think you need to prove like you need a utility bill or something like that, just to show that you live at the address that you've given them, something like that. But that's an American Express card. The second account that tons of you have been talking about to me on Instagram DMs, and if you're not following me on Instagram, follow Millennial in Debt. That is Discover. My brother has a Discover card and he has a high yield savings with Discover. I also do not have Discover, so that's just something I want to keep at the forefront. So let's jump into Discover, shall we? Discover has a 1.5 APY with a 0 minimum balance and no monthly fees. All right, they have 24/7 customer service. I don't know about you, but I love 24/7 customer service. Barclays also offers 24/7 customer service. And when I'm freaking out on a Sunday about my money, I need to be able to contact someone, and I love that. So shout out to Discover for having 24/7 customer service access. They are currently having a $150 to $200 bonus for first-time users. The caveat to that, okay, the caveat to the bonus, everyone's like, oh my God, they're giving away free money. You have to invest, or you have to put in $15,000 to $25,000 in the account. So if you got 15K, jump on it, get that. I think it's up until May 25th, but they run these things all the time. So if you have $15,000 to $25,000 you want to move into a high yield savings and get some extra bonus money, Discover is offering a great deal. The third bank that we are going to talk about is Brio Direct. I've never heard of this bank before, which is fine. A lot of the high yield savings are really online digital platforms or digital banks, so they are not super all over the place. You really have to dive deep. A lot of banks, when they FDIC insure things, they insure up to $100,000. Some will insure up to $250,000. So that is something you want to keep in mind wherever you're putting your money. Now, on to Brio Direct. They are currently offering 1.55 APY. You do have to have a minimum of 25,000. Nope, just kidding. That's a completely different thing. You do have to have a minimum of $25 to open up the account. They do not have any monthly fees either. And that is Brio Direct. So we have BMO Harris as our next one. They are currently offering 1.75 APY. BMO Harris, which I haven't heard of either, they require a $5,000 deposit to open up an account and to earn that APY with them. They don't have monthly fees, but I don't know. I take slight issue with banks that require such high amounts to open up accounts with them, especially when other banks are offering just as equal or competitive rates and really great customer service, but they don't require such a high deposit. I'm sure they have different reasons for doing whatever they're doing, but that's something you just want to keep in mind, that you need $5,000 to open up with. The fifth bank that we're going to talk about is HSBC. So HSBC is a pretty well-known bank. We have them in New York. We have them all over the country. It is an international bank as well. You might have slight issue. I did do some research. It was kind of hard to get a clear response, and HSBC's website is a little hard to navigate. So let me just show you what I found. So HSBC is currently offering 1.7 APO. They're offering it with a $1 minimum to open up the account, but there are some times where you can't open up that direct title savings through them if you live in America, as if it's only an international offering, and sometimes you can. I don't like banks that sometimes are offering something and sometimes aren't, unless it's like a bonus or a prize or whatever, but that's a little concerning to me. They are FDIC insured, and like I said, HSBC is a very well-known and popular bank, and it's you know, it's been around for a while, so I don't know why sometimes they offer this savings account in America and sometimes they don't. But if you are an international follower, hi, how are you? HSBC is offering this, and it's something you might want to look into with the 1.7 APY. All right, we have reached the end of our video. Hopefully this wasn't too long and has been greatly helpful for you. If there are any other high-yield savings accounts that you have experience with or that you've been using and you really enjoy, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm always open to learning more things and sharing with more people. Bye.